Recently, I shot a whole roll of film in IKEA, and in this video, I wanted to share what I learned from this experience, why I think you should try it, and of course, share the photos with you. So if you've been in a creative rut, or maybe you can't get outside due to bad weather, or you just want to see if I wasted a whole roll of film in IKEA, then stick around to hear me out. So IKEA might not be the first place that you take your film camera, but it is full of opportunities for photographers. There are lots of bright, bold pops of color, repetition, symmetry, and all things that make for a really great photograph. There is plenty to photograph in IKEA and a range of different lighting conditions as well, especially through the lighting section. I was worried that I would struggle to shoot all 36 exposures, but to be honest, every few steps I took, I was seeing something that really stood out to me and making an interesting composition of it. As you can see in the first photo I took here of the IKEA trolleys, the color is just popping, and them all stacked up like that is just creating really good repetition and an interesting image. Another reason why this exercise was really useful is limiting yourself to one area, space, or scene, such as IKEA, can really boost your creativity, as you have to look a lot harder than you would if you could just choose where you wanted to go. A quote I heard recently, "Necessity breeds invention," really came to mind with this exercise. Sometimes taking away choices and opportunities that are endless and really restricting yourself can be just the thing you need to reassess your vision and get thinking differently. Having less subjects that are interesting will force you to make them interesting. So you'll have to look at things like composition or maybe the angle that you take the photo. I often find dropping down low and coming from that angle can really change a photograph. If a whole scene at a wide angle isn't particularly interesting, sometimes it can be useful to isolate a subject, and that'll give you a really abstract look. Something that can really add to your photos is color, and as I said, IKEA has so much color to offer, but maybe you could gravitate towards a color that you don't normally. So here I tried to branch out from my usual red that I love so much and focus on all the colors that IKEA had to offer. Reason number 3 is weather. So it's not always possible to get outdoors and shoot, even though most of us probably would prefer that. Things like seasonal depression can kick in, and that can get you in a creative rut. So going indoors can be a great antidote to that and get you outside of your comfort zone. This is where point and shoots can come in real handy. I know that flash gets a bad rap, especially on a point and shoot, but it allowed me to shoot my whole roll in IKEA and not have to worry, even with 200 ISO film. I find these cameras really handy to just have in your bag if you go somewhere like I did. I was going to IKEA with my mum and my son. Isn't my favorite thing to do, and I'm sure a lot of you watching are not a fan of IKEA, but going somewhere like that can turn into a photo opportunity if you make it. This can be done all over the world, so I would suggest trying Walmart or like Home Depot or places like that are big, full of lots of repetition, stacked shelves. You could even try like a supermarket. There is a great video by Brae Hunziker here on YouTube. I will link it below, and he gets a tripod and does some shots in a supermarket, and I think they came out really cool, and I just think that's an awesome idea, especially if it's raining, it's cold, or you just can't get outside to shoot. Quick little side note, I think these Pentax Espios are hugely underrated, and they are still going for quite a reasonable price. I might do a video on them soon, as this is the second roll I've shot through it, and I got another one recently in a thrift store for a very good price. I'm going to send it to a friend who is keen on getting started in film photography. He is a skateboarder, he writes a cool music scene that I've been writing some reviews for lately, so I thought it would be cool to send him the camera and a roll of film, see what he gets, and then bring him on my podcast, Lucy Lumen's Podcast Adventure. If you haven't listened, I will link it below, and get him on and talk about how he went with the camera. Did he think it was worth it? What was it like using that instead of his phone? And yeah, just have a little bit of chat about music as well. While on the subject of podcasts, I was recently on Mike Gutterman's Negative Positives podcast, and I had so much fun chatting to him. We chatted about music, a little bit of photography, and also my chat with Jamie Maldonado and the gender representation issues in photography. So if any of that interests you, I'll link it below and you can have a listen. If you're enjoying this video and getting some value out of it, please hit the like button so it can spread to more people. Another reason to shoot somewhere like IKEA is that simply it's just really fun. I had so much fun shooting a whole roll somewhere that I wouldn't normally go or normally shoot, and I think sometimes we get very serious about our photography, and it's good to just kind of let go, use something like a point and shoot, and yeah, just set yourself a little creative challenge, see what you can come up with. I know film's expensive, but it is just one roll, and I think you'd be really surprised what you'd get if you set yourself a challenge like this. Sometimes doing something a little bit fun and silly can be just what you need to reinvigorate yourself and surprise yourself at how good of a photographer you are. I think something like this could be a cool challenge to set with a group of friends, or maybe if you're on a Facebook group. And it could be something that you could all do all over the world and then kind of like come together and like share your photos of your like local supermarket or your IKEA. If you do shoot film in any kind of unlikely places, definitely DM me or tag me on Instagram. I'd love to see it and to share it. But what do you guys think? What do you think of the photos? Did I waste the roll of film in IKEA? And where's the most unlikely place that you've ever shot film? Comment below and let me know. I always love hearing from you guys. If you're looking for more ideas of where to shoot, I have a cool video shooting Polaroids inside a games arcade. So click here to watch that one.